Hi, my name is Judie VanKooiman. I'm the Nonprofit Liaison for the Revere Chamber. This is the second episode of Nonprofits. My guest is Nicole OBrien, Director of Ruth's Way for Women. Welcome, Nicole.
Hi, thank you.
You're welcome. We've been together for a while, friends way back when.
We have.
We're in the same type of business, as we would say. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's awesome. So thank you again. So what is your professional background?
My professional background is I'm jack of all trades, master of none. I have worked in the district attorney's office when I was young. I've taught Taekwondo, and I was a union laborer. And then I became a chaplain at the Salvation Army in Saugus, working in their program. And then I opened Ruth's Way.
Okay, so a little bit of everything.
Yes.
Jack of all trades. So how old is Ruth's Way for Women?
I founded Ruth's Way in August of 2014. Had to think for a minute. So 2014, it was founded. And we started just as a nonprofit. And in 2016, we opened Ruth's Way for Women, which is a sober home. We have one in Lynn, and we also have one in Wakefield.
Okay. And why did you want to start the nonprofit?
It was important that the work was not about me, and that the work was about a mission and the calling God has on my life to work with women in recovery, to help women get healthy and well. So I did not want it to be a sole proprietorship, because whether I'm here or not, Ruth's Way needs to continue.
Right. Okay. And you had mentioned that you have the two sober homes. Are they both the same?
They're both very different.
Okay.
So our Lynn house has a capacity of 10 women. That's more of an urban environment. It's on the Salem line. And the Wakefield house holds up to 16 women, and that's more of a suburban environment. So just the different styles of the homes itself has a different dynamic.
Okay, great. And what type of staff do you have for each home?
We have house mentors in each home. In Lynn, we have a house mentor and an assistant house mentor. In Wakefield, we have a house mentor. Then we also have a woman who helps me manage both homes. And then there's me, who's the operator.
Okay.
And we're very hands-on. We're very active with the women. We know all the women by name. We know a little bit about their history. So it's not just about housing women, it's about helping women get healthy and well.
Okay, great. And what is the routine for both of them?
As far as routine goes, it's pretty much we try to stick to the same schedule. Meeting nights are on the same night. We have a monthly life skills night. Each house has on different nights, but we try to bring in similar speakers. So for our life skills night, we bring in people from the outside to either teach or remind the women of a skill. Sometimes we've had people come in to do yoga. We've had financial people come in to teach us some basics about just how to balance our checkbooks, or even how to improve our FICO scores. So we try to bring similar elements to both houses so that women are getting the services they need, the education piece they need, those healthy life skills so that they can heal and grow.
That's very important. Yes, definitely. And what is MASH certified homes?
So MASH is the Massachusetts Alliance for Sober Housing. They are a nonprofit that is the certifying body for the state for sober housing. And what that means for MASH is that they hold all MASH certified houses. There's accountability there. There's a minimum standard that houses have to adhere to. I am on their board of directors, and I have been on their training chair since 2018. So I actually help to teach people how to open and operate sober homes.
Oh, good for you. And what is your approach?
My approach, it depends on who you ask. My approach is that without accountability and responsibility, we're not helping people. And one of our goals is to help people get healthy and well, not just to house them. So we teach basic skills like when you get up in the morning, make your bed, get a job, go to meetings, to help women build their foundation so that when they leave us, all they have to do is take the foundation that they've been building at our home and bring it to their home. So no one's reinventing the wheel. None of us are geniuses. It's just sticking with the basics so women can see what fits best for them, because they may like certain types of meetings. They may find out that they're really into art, and that helps them in their recovery process, or exercise, learning about nutrition and how important that is to our health and well-being, and our mental well-being as well as our physical well-being.
Yeah, exactly. And you teach trainings. Can you please tell us more?
So I love facilitating trainings, and I love doing groups. I facilitate Recovery Coach Academy, mental wellness, introduction to addiction and recovery, trauma-informed care, resilience building. It's all about, you can take a drink or a drug away from anybody, but until they learn healthy coping skills, it's just a Band-Aid. So all the trainings focus on helping people to teach other people healthy coping skills through learning how to use motivational interviewing, learning how to actively listen. You would be amazed at how many people, like, we think that we're these tremendous listeners, and we're really not. We're really waiting for the other person to stop talking so we can speak. So teaching those types of classes, we go into churches and teach the leadership in the congregations about addiction and recovery so that they can have a real knowledge of what addiction and recovery looks like, because I think so many people, they have this negative view of these horrible people that just lie, steal, and cheat, and they don't realize that, being dependent on having that nightly drink, or that I need a drink before I can go to bed at night, or I need that pill before I can go to bed at night, that can be dependence on substances. So helping people recognize that, maybe you don't use alcohol or other drugs. Maybe you have a dependence on, I don't know, maybe sugar, or maybe shopping, or maybe pride is an issue for you. So during the trainings, which are all interactive, we help people to recognize and to relate so that they can relate to the people, to anybody, because everyone is going through something. Sometimes we look at people and we think, oh, they have it all together, but they really don't. Nobody does. Nobody does. So having that empathy to look at somebody who may have been rude to you in the line of Walgreens or on Route 1, and to have empathy for that person, not just think what's wrong with you, but what's happened to you. And having that attitude of what's happened to you can really change your viewpoint on a person and how you can relate to them. So all of our trainings are experiential, and it's just about helping people to see other people and not just look at them, but look towards them.
What is your mission statement?
Our mission statement is that we are a faith-based nonprofit that helps women get healthy and well and build a healthy lifestyle.
Perfect. I like that. Good. And how are you funded?
We are self-funded, so the women in our sober homes, they pay to live there or they get scholarship money. We've received a few grants recently.
Nice.
We received a tremendous grant from some of the opioid settlement, and that way we can help women to give them time before they have to start paying to live there, because sober houses in the state of Massachusetts do not receive any state or federal money because we're certified. For the certified houses, we're certified through MASH, but for the uncertified houses, they don't get any funding either. If you receive funding from federal or state or insurance companies, then you have to be licensed through the Bureau of Substance Addiction Services.
Okay.
And we're not licensed.
Okay. Great. And do you have people asking to volunteer?
We do, and we love volunteers. We have people volunteer sometimes just to help set up. We were just talking about how from May to October we have events all the time that we have tables at. We have people sometimes just come and sit at the tables with us and learn about us. They'll come in and do a life skills night for us. We have a lovely woman who just volunteered at our Wakefield house to teach yoga once a week. We have other people who do a food drive for us or a toiletry drive. We also have we're always, if you think of 26 women, we're always in need of toilet paper, paper towels, and cleaning products. Mm-hmm. So we're always happy to receive those type of donations too.
Well, you'll definitely be getting a lot of those later today.
Oh,
So, thanks to my wonderful board and stuff. So, can you please give us your contact info?
Yes. My name is Nicole OBrien. My phone number is 857-361-9913. And our email address is ruthswayforwomen@gmail.com.
Okay, great. And Nicole, why is nonprofits important to everybody?
Nonprofits are important because, well, first, it's not about the money. I mean, there are some nonprofits that pay very well. We just don't happen to be one of them. We don't have the resources for that. But it keeps the work about the mission and not about a number. We always want to, for us, we want to keep our focus on serving women. In our classes, we teach both men and women, but we want our sober homes to be about women. We are looking into opening a 3 to 6 month residential program
Nice.
for women. So for that to be a nonprofit, it's very important so that we keep our eyes on the people, not on the profit.
Okay, great. And what would you like to see for nonprofits for the future?
I'd love to see more funding, more support. If you go to the SBA, they help people with businesses, different types of businesses, but not nonprofits.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because to get help for your nonprofit, you have to pay a lot of money, but most nonprofits don't have that kind of money to pay.
Exactly.
So we're kind of stuck in a precarious situation at times because we don't have that type of funding to receive more funding. Mm-hmm. Even, I don't know if you've looked at grant writers recently. We're blessed to have an amazing grant writer who's on our board of directors. Nice. But, grant writers are expensive. So to be able to pay someone $4,000 for a $5,000 grant, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, right.
So it can be a challenge. So more doors opened up and more support for nonprofits as well as funding.
Exactly. Thank you for all that you do. I'd love to hear your thoughts and suggestions. Please send them to Judie, Judie, @twctin revere-chamber.org. And remember, live each day to the fullest and celebrate life. And just one other note at the end here, I mentioned at the beginning that I'm the nonprofit liaison for the Revere Chamber. If you have a nonprofit that serves the Revere area, we would love to have you join the chamber. You can go on our website, revere-chamberofcommerce.org, and click on the membership tab and drop down, and you can learn more about that. I'm also the co-chair at the events committee, and we have some amazing events coming up in the next couple months. Next month is our second annual cornhole fundraiser here in Revere. And again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, Judie, Judie, at twctin.org. Thanks for watching.